Tonight on the Northwestern News Report, countdown to Dillo. With Dillo Day just 5 days away, what Northwestern is doing to help keep students safe.
Plus, celebrating culture, we take you to a local Evanston festival honoring Asian American and Pacific Islander Heritage Month.
And taking flight, the story of one Northwestern student with dreams of soaring in the sky. Those stories and more tonight on the Northwestern News Report.
It's your news
right now.
Good evening and welcome to the Northwestern News Report. I'm Alexia Cadota-Browner.
And I'm Max Rothfeder. We're starting off the night with what we know so far about Dillo 51.
That's right, it's just 4 days until the space-themed day-long festival kicks off. Some artists have been announced by Mayfest over the past few days. Here are the artists.
First up, the nighttime headliner Offset, formerly a part of the rap group Migos. He is known for his songs Ric Flair Drip and Run It Up. He has ascended to the top of the hip-hop charts with collaborations with rappers Tyga and Kodak Black, debuting in 2019 as a solo artist with his album Father of Four.
And Tia Corinne was just announced a few hours ago. The rapper from North Carolina who went viral on TikTok during the pandemic is another main stage headliner. She will take the stage with her top hits, Lotto and Freaky T.
And lastly, we have Jay Wara as a main stage performer. The artist has a name in the EDM world. You're listening to their song, Check Out, right now. Wristband distribution is up and running at Seabury Hall. Here on the screen, you will see the times where you can pick yours up.
You can also still buy your wristband until tomorrow. To pick up your wristband, you'll need your email confirmation, wildcard, and if you're bringing a guest, their ID.
And this afternoon, Mayfest held May Flea with student vendors and Dillo merch available.
The Out of This World merch, made in collaboration with Ink Tank, a student-run design company.
We will continue to keep you updated as more artists are announced. Ahead of Dillo Day, NU is pushing for student safety by encouraging students to complete alcohol bystander intervention training.
As I reported, there's an incentive of a free Dillo ticket. I have more on the story. Red Watch Band Alcohol Bystander Intervention Training provides students with the skills needed to identify and intervene effectively in an alcohol-related emergency. Facilitated by NU's Health Promotion and Wellness Department, or HPAW, these trainings aim to educate and empower students.
We talk about things about like how alcohol affects our bodies, signs and symptoms of alcohol poisoning or alcohol emergency, and then what to do, how to respond.
With Dillo Day this Saturday, the importance of student safety is clear.
It's a day when moderation goes out the window for a lot of students. So drinking starts really early in the morning. It continues throughout the day.
HPAW hopes the harm reduction trainings will be useful to students,
especially if they know that they're in environments where they may come across someone who is experiencing some sort of alcohol-related emergency.
Almost 300 students completed training this year, with the Office of Fraternity and Sorority Life also offering a free Dillo Day guest ticket for FSL members who attend.
Having gone through this, it makes me feel so much better to know that I have those skills to take care of the person I care about and make sure that they don't die.
NU admin hopes to be a helping hand for students both proactively and on the scene at Dillo Day.
Our goal is not to be out there punishing students or getting students in trouble. Our goal is really to be out there as a resource should things feel risky or out of control or students need help or support.
So Alexia, I know you attended one of these workshops, but what are some of the specific skills that you learned?
Yeah, Max, so I actually attended through an FSL training with my sorority, and one of the main things that they emphasized was the need to create an action plan in case of an alcohol-related emergency. So they taught us about the amnesty policy and suggested that one person take initiative and call 911 for medical help, and other people at the scene helped put the victim into the recovery position to make sure that they're safe until medical help arrives.
Thanks, Alexia, for that important information. For more information, you can contact NU's Health Promotion and Wellness team. Now, that's not the only effort Northwestern is taking to keep students safe on Dillo.
NNN's Andrew Rowan joins us now to give us a look at NU's new initiative related to drug use.
Hi Max, hi Alexia. The honest reality is that people use substances on Dillo, and as they do every year, The Office of Student Affairs launched its Smart Dillo campaign across social media and in various high visibility spaces on campus. It's really aimed at reminding people around harm reduction for alcohol and other drugs. Now, what's new this year is that there will be fentanyl test strips available when you pick up your festival wristband. Now, if you use those strips correctly, they can help prevent an overdose, but it's important to note that nothing is 100% accurate. Now, also this year, Northwestern staff from Health Promotion and Wellness will be trained to administer naloxone. You might also know it as Narcan. It's a medicine that can reverse an opioid overdose. Some students who have been especially trained will carry it too. HPAW says our student body has a relatively low level of opioid use compared to other universities, but I spoke with an associate professor of emergency medicine. She said having naloxone on hand is a smart idea because even if you take a drug like Molly, which is not an opioid, there's no guarantee that the recreational supply you got it from was pure, and that's why having an overdose reversal agent is key.
Even if you don't use opioids, you don't intend to use opioids, they can come into your life. And so why not have an inexpensive, handy tool, easy to use, that could help yourself or someone else save a life?
Now, I do want to note, of course, that the university is not condoning the use of any drugs, but health professionals know that the reality is that people will be using them and want to make sure that they are prepared accordingly. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Andrew.
Shifting now to Evanston, this month is Asian American and Pacific Islander Heritage Month. Evanston celebrated the community this past Saturday with the annual Umbrella Arts Festival. NNN's Naya Reyes takes us into downtown Evanston to showcase the importance of this event.
The third annual Umbrella Arts Festival coming to life in the heart of downtown Evanston at Fountain Square Saturday. Evanston ASPA, or Asian, South Asian, and Pacific Islander American, organized the event. The first festival in 2021 was a response to the rise in anti-Asian hate seen across the country.
It was really obvious that the city of Evanston really didn't have an infrastructure for services or support for the Asian American community. And a lot of that is due to the fact that we don't have a lot of visibility and representation.
The goal is to provide that needed support. Madison Grace boutique owner Angelica DaCosta was one of the 35 vendors this year.
I think it's great exposure for people who are coming either from Evanston or outside of Evanston to come check out our store, but also celebrate Asian Heritage Month and represent for that.
The festival featuring booths representing local businesses as well as a snack shop with popular treats from different parts of Asia, and plenty of performances and opportunities.
I figured I'm here to have fun, and that would be fun for me, so I got out there.
The gloomy weather did not stop vendors and people from coming out to show support and celebrate today.
Then we did it again last year, and we had about 1,000 people. The weather was beautiful. We'll see what happens this year, but it just keeps getting bigger and bigger.
And the umbrellas? Well, they represent the Asian diaspora ranging from over 40 countries. In downtown Evanston, everything is under the umbrella. Naya Reyes, Northwestern News Network.
Thank you, Naya. The next festival hosted by Evanston ASPA will be the Lantern Festival. That's on May 30th. For more information, you can visit evanstonaspa.org.
If you missed the Umbrella Arts Festival, don't worry. There are plenty of local Asian-owned businesses in Evanston that you can visit on a walk through downtown. NNN's Ananya Chugh takes us on a tour.
Evanston is home to a number of local Asian-owned businesses, such as restaurants, jewelry shops, and bars.
Many of these businesses take part in May Market Specials, an ongoing event inviting Evanston residents to experience the vibrancy of street food culture.
For the month of May, we're doing specials on the rice bowl, because again, it's like the summertime. It's getting a little hot for ramen, you can say, so we're doing specials on rice bowls.
Some of these businesses are a part of Evanston ASPA, a grassroots volunteer group dedicating to promoting the visibility and representation of the local Asian, South Asian, and Pacific Islander community. Artem Gallery is just one of the many businesses participating in May Mart.
We are offering a free print of Poppy's Bloom, an art piece by Sarita Kamath, and also 10% off the entire coffee mugs and marble coasters collection, which is printed right here at Artem.
Other Asian-owned art businesses carrying similar specials.
We're doing a little special for 15% off everything in the shop at the Chicago Strings to celebrate the Asian Heritage Month.
Spotlighting Asian-owned businesses all month. Ananya Chugh, Northwestern News Network.
Thanks, Ananya. Stop by these businesses anytime during the month of May to take advantage of their specials. You can check out all the events Evanston is hosting for AAPI Heritage Month at cityofelvanston.org.
Coming up, selling sustainably, how an Evanston garage sale aims to both stay green and bring back memories of the past.
And Northwestern students sailing away, how an annual fundraiser has people learn what it takes to take on the waves.
Nice A block, Michaela.
My narrative, since I've been locked up and kind of made my transition, has been like redemption, accountability.
When I come into the classroom environment, every individual that sits amongst me takes education seriously.
Welcome back. Northwestern's Department of African American Studies has announced that it will officially change its name to the Department of Black Studies. The change comes as a way to better represent the department's broad range of work and teaching, which includes studying the formations of race and blackness across the U.S., Africa, and European and Latin American countries. A symposium celebrating the name change called Black to Front will take place this Friday at the Block Museum. And we're following the moolah on a mechanical bull. ASG confirmed to NNN today that it funded a mechanical bull at a block party on Garnett Street on Saturday. ASG says organizers received $1,000 as part of their community relations grant. The money was designated for, quote, outdoor games and activities.
Another new development coming to NU. One student publication is making a comeback this quarter. NNN's Jonas Blum checks out what's on the presses for NU Asian.
From music recommendations to relationship advice to uncovering lesser-known parts of NU history, NU Asian's revival aims to serve Northwestern's Asian community.
I am really proud of the way that all these stories have shaped up.
NU Asian brings together Asian journalists from across Northwestern student publications.
And so I've done a good amount of design for magazines here, like NBN, Spoon, Stitch. I've done design work for those publications, and I'm also the creative director at The Daily.
Second-year Wendy Zhu leads the design team.
I make sure that the mag is cohesive and that just all the pages look good.
Third-year and print managing editor of NU Asian Russell Leung saying he's especially proud of one particular article covering
sort of controversy that happened when an Asian American fraternity member was kicked out of their frat.
This isn't NU Asian's first time relaunching. Lee recalling the last time NU Asian attempted a revival.
We had an issue ready-ish for publication, but then it kind of fell through.
And now NU Asian will hit newsstands in Main Library next week. Lee attributing this achievement to the joy the magazine brings him.
I just love the process of putting a magazine together.
Jonas Blum, Northwestern News Network.
To get involved in NU Asian or find out more, visit their Instagram at NU_AZN.
Aye, aye, Captain. The Northwestern sailing team held its annual Sail with the Sailor fundraiser over the weekend. NNN's Logan Schijano dove in to find out what it was all about.
You get to pick your color sail.
McCormick third-year Diego Torres has been teaching sailing since he was in high school.
The fulfillment I get from teaching someone a new skill is way better than winning any race.
Today, his student is his good friend, Shilpi Agarwal. She's at Clark Street Beach for the Northwestern sailing team's Sail with a Sailor event.
It was crazy. I don't think I expected it. It was a lot of fun.
The annual event lets first-timers get their feet wet and set sail with an experienced skipper.
You need no prior experience. They'll take you out. They'll teach you kind of the basics of sailing.
It's $6 to sail, 3 for stickers, and 2 for burgers. What's typically the team's biggest fundraiser keeps it afloat throughout the year.
The money usually goes to like regatta dues and helping people pay for gear because sailing gear is really expensive.
Sail with the Sailor is usually a weekend-long event, but because of the rain and high winds, the team was forced to scrap the Sunday sail.
There are things that we can't control, and the weather is one of them.
While the rain didn't exactly make the money rain, Goldberg says,
we have a lot of stability and like safety nets in place so that if weather doesn't work in our favor, we have things to rely on.
Team members didn't let a few waves put a rut in their weekend, sharing an aspect of campus that they say is underrated.
Just being able to go right from class and then go right out on the water is just such a unique opportunity.
And inspiring others to join them.
I was telling Diego, I was like, when can we go back?
Riding the wind together. Logan Schijano, Northwestern News Network.
That event looked like a lot of fun. Thanks, Logan. The sailing team says it hopes to reschedule the event in late May.
From the sea to the sky, members of Northwestern's Aviation Club are soaring beyond their goals. Maria Heim sits down with one aspiring pilot to learn about his dreams taking flight.
The same feeling that I had when I started flying of, oh boy, I'm really doing this.
Weinberg fourth-year John McDermott earned his commercial pilot license this past winter.
You have all this going on that you're managing in life, and then you just kind of get to go up and fly around and have flying be your sole focus.
His interest sparking freshman year of high school after reading A Higher Call, a book about a brotherhood between a German fighter pilot and an American bomber crew in World War II.
It really gave me a sense for what the culture in aviation's like, and I just was hooked.
And now McDermott is licensed to fly both private and commercial planes.
Flying it is. At some point I just kind of realized that commercial is where I want to be.
He says balancing his studies and training is like adding another major.
As things kind of got more intense, then I got into higher levels of training and, kind of more and more work with it. There were things that I just had to put aside.
Commercial pilots must have their private pilot license and take written and oral tests.
Scenarios and, how would you change your planning if this happened or if that happened or whatever. And then you actually, you go and you fly.
He created Northwestern's Aviation Club for other aspiring pilots, but it's not too common to pursue this field.
The biggest drawback has just been that I haven't found anyone here that does it.
A sacrifice to propel him to his goals.
I've never lost the sense that this is a big dream for me.
Maria's with us now. Maria, what's next for this pilot?
Yeah, Alexia, it was great to learn from John and what is on his forefront, but he has dreams of flying internationally one day, so he's going to be growing towards that goal and flying commercial airplanes as his end goal.
That's amazing. Thanks, Maria.
Turning now to Evanston, Sunday marked opening day for the Vintage Garage Sale. It's back for its 11th year. Jeremy Fredericks takes a look at the dozens of vendors selling nostalgic items from decades ago.
Mark Edelman's table at the Vintage Garage Sale is full of toys, World War II relics, and plenty of posters.
I like the different artists and how they create different things. Everyone has their own style.
Edelman has been collecting posters for more than 30 years and says his collection tops 500, including a poster from a Bob Dylan album, taking him back to his childhood.
When you bought an album with a poster in it, the first thing you did is you'd pull the poster out and put it up on your wall.
From artwork to clothing, the community has come out to take a look at this vintage work.
I thrift a lot, and I like go to vintage stores a lot. So it's just kind of like it's a cool like amalgamation of people who all are interested in the same things.
Attendee Lily Geis says she enjoys thrifting because of her interest in sustainability.
I like jewelry a lot, I like clothes a lot, and I like to express myself with those things. And so I think it's important to find sustainable ways to do that.
The sustainability aspect also drawing in vendor Jade Austin. She started selling clothes, artwork, and purses last year.
I love finding amazing things in unexpected places. I love finding a gem and feeling like I saved it from maybe never being appreciated again.
Proving that the clock never expires on a good item. Jeremy Fredericks, Northwestern News Network.
Thanks, Jeremy. There will be 3 more sales this year on July 16th, September 17th, and October 15th. Tickets are $6 and can be purchased either online or in person.
I wonder if there were some trophies at that garage sale, because the Cats sure deserve them after taking home some big wins. NNN's Kendall Wright is here to give us the sports breakdown. Kendall?
Thanks, Alexia. This past weekend, number 1 ranked Northwestern women's lacrosse defeated number 15 Michigan 8-7. Northwestern had to claw back in this victory as they trailed 5-6 heading into the 4th quarter. Erin Coy Kendall and Haley Radigan led the pack as they each scored 2 goals in the comeback. Women's lacrosse stays here in Evanston as they will face number 8 Loyola Maryland this Thursday. And over to the Diamond, Northwestern softball defeated Indiana 2-1, securing the Big Ten title. The Cats' 2 runs came in the 7th inning to beat the Hoosiers. Northwestern softball now heads to NCAA regionals right here in Evanston, where they will face Eastern Illinois this Friday.
Thanks, Kendall. Tonight, varsity baseball is playing at Wrigley Field against Notre Dame. We will continue to share updates on the Cats in future shows.
And coming up, swimming to share their support. We dive into the breast cancer research fundraising event held by the NU varsity swim team over the weekend.
And after weeks of false hope, has the sun finally returned for good? NNN's Caitlin Bender-Thomas will let us know with the weekly forecast after the break.
Trying to work my way out of the prison system was the most difficult challenge of my life. It only became tangible once I became a Northwestern student.
My relationship with Giannis is unique. We're from the same country, we're from the same city. Being a Northwestern alum, I think, has tremendous advantages in the sports industry. To me, that community, it's been with me for 20 plus years.
Welcome back. Swimmers and supporters showing up over the weekend to raise money for breast cancer research. NU's varsity swim team hosted the 10th annual Breaststroke for Breast Cancer event at the Norris Aquatic Center on Saturday. Participants, including Northwestern students and community members, swam relays. Others cheering them on, buying sweet treats, and visiting a silent auction. All proceeds will benefit the Lynn Sage Breast Cancer Foundation. You can follow NU Breaststroke for Breast Cancer on Facebook for information on next year's event.
From the pool to the outdoors, sun is shining in Evanston. NNN's Caitlin Bender-Thomas is here in the studio to tell us if the sun rays are here to stay. Caitlin?
Good evening. Thank you, Alexia. Today, the sun is shining with a high of 76, so make sure you guys are staying hydrated. Tomorrow will be a bit cooler with the high of 58, and on Thursday, we will see temperatures increase to about 69. Heading into the weekend, on Friday, the skies will be mostly cloudy with a high of 67 and about a 50% chance of rain. And on Saturday, aka the day we have, aka Dillo Day, aka the day we have all been waiting for, it looks like those cloudy skies won't be sticking around. The sun will be out with temperatures in the mid-60s, so yes, you can still wear the outfit you've planned, and no, you will not have to relive last year's wet Dillo Day. On Sunday, things are also looking good. The sun will be out with temperatures in the 70s. A great day to rest up and recover from Dillo festivities. Taking a peek into next week, there will be partly cloudy skies on Monday with a high of 68. So, I think it's pretty safe to say things are finally warming up here in Evanston. That's all I have for tonight. Back to the desk.
Thanks, Caitlin. You know what, Max? It has been really nice out lately. Today, one of my teachers gave me some time to, go outside, so I went on like a 15-minute walk on the Lakeville. It was lovely.
Yeah, I've been trying my best to walk up and down the Lakeville. It's been beautiful, and our Dillo Day without rain is gonna be awesome. And we turn now to the Sustain Evanston Incentive Program. It's now accepting applications for the 2023 season. The program incentivizes small businesses and commercial property owners to implement sustainability measures that reduce their environmental impact, in alignment with the goals of Evanston's Climate Action and Resilience Plan. Upon receiving the grant, businesses will be promoted within the Evanston community, receive funding ranging from $1,000 to $25,000 to support their efforts, and be able to better serve their customers. The application, where businesses are asked to describe their project sustainability impact and estimated cost, it's open now through the end of August.
Coming up, Stopping the Stigma. We recap the NU event that encouraged conversation of sexuality on college campuses after the break.
Trying to work my way out of the prison system was the most difficult challenge of my life. It only became tangible once I became a Northwestern student.
My relationship with Giannis is unique. We're from the same country, we're from the same city. Being a Northwestern alum, I think, has tremendous advantages in the sports industry. To me, that community, it's been with me for 20 plus years.
Welcome back. We bring you now to Under the Microscope. That's your one-stop shop for the latest scientific discoveries at Northwestern. Northwestern engineers recently developed a sponge that can make water safer to drink and be used in filters and cleanups. The sponge, coated with an ultra-thin layer of nanoparticles, can remove heavy metals like lead and cobalt from contaminated water in just one use. The sponge also proved to be reusable, although its performance does decline after its first use. Researchers say that the recovered metals can be recycled into products like batteries. Well, that's going to wrap up our Under the Microscope for this school year. Don't worry, we'll have it back in the fall.
This past week, Northwestern University's College Feminists hosted Sex Week. The goal, to open up honest dialogues about sex on college campuses. NNN's Sadie Frankel is in the studio with more on why they say these conversations are important.
Thanks, Alexia. Northwestern University Sex Week is a yearly event organized by NU feminists to promote candid discussions on sex, safety, and ending the stigma around sexual topics on college campuses. The goal, to give students resources and tools to answer their questions about sexuality and to encourage students to learn about the importance of sexual education. On Monday, I spoke to Weinberg third year Maya Smith, who organized Sex Week. Take a listen to what she had to say.
Inclusion is our big thing, and making something for everyone. So if you're a beginner within your sexual journey, or if you're more advanced, we kind of offer a whole plethora of things.
The events included lectures and workshops throughout the week about communication and relationships, sexual health, and reproductive health. There were also giveaways for sex toys and other items related to wellness. Sex Week is not only a Northwestern University event. Colleges across the country are implementing this week to create a safe space for students to learn more about sexuality. Events such as these allow for self-expression and learning about topics from expert sources that may otherwise be taboo. NU Feminists will be hosting another Sex Week next year. Back to you at the desk.
Thanks, Sadie.
Well, that's all the time we have for tonight's Northwestern News Report.
Thanks so much for watching. Be sure to check out Politicat coming up next and our special Chicago show on May 30th. I'm Alexia Cadota Browner.
And I'm Max Rothfeder. Have a good night.